this case, as you can really see, it has numerous chromosomal abnormalities. Next slide. But if we look at the expression profile of the RNA, this case has tremendous amount of the overexpression of the sick genes. And at the same time, it shows overexpression of EGFR. Next slide. When we look at the mutation in this patient, which is very striking, that we see numerous clones and subclones with mutation in sick genes. So practically, this tumor is driven by the chromosomal abnormalities as well as by one gene that it is mutated, which is the sick gene. And this is really very relevant because the broad sick translocation is now very well known a translocation that defy small round cell tumors. And, you know, this particular case raises the question, do you need to have the translocation of the mutation is adequate really to have the same disease? And what's really good about this particular patient, as you can see in red here, that the tumor mutation burden is very high. And this means, which is very rare to see in sarcomas, this patient might be amenable to be treated with immunotherapy. Next slide. So this is a summary, you know, here. So sick and DUX4, I should say, fusions is very well known for small round cell tumors. But in my opinion, this is a case that it should, or most likely will behave similar as if you have the sick DUX4 fusions because of so many mutations that are involving sick genes and should be really considered clinically similar to that. But I'd like really to hear from Dr. Pecora. And again, the FGFR1 overexpression can be really helpful in terms of if Dr. Pecora chooses to treat with FGFR inhibitors in addition to the immunotherapy. Dr. Pecora?
Yes, thank you. So, you know, this goes into the category of watching a movie over and over and again and expecting a different ending. If you treat CIC DUX4 fusion sarcoma, as you know, invariably people respond, people relapse, and people die. And it's very rare that you actually can cure people with this disease. So standard of care, which is Ewing sarcoma protocols, which are really hard on adults to start with. And you can't even look the person in the eye and say that there's a good chance you're going to go through all this and have a long-term good outcome. So along comes the ability to interrogate the genome, and you can see that upon interrogation, you see surprising things. So this particular patient is getting concomitant combination checkpoint inhibitor therapy along with Ewing sarcoma chemotherapy and is tolerating it quite well. And we're now looking at to see if we can get palbo maintenance to offer her something different, all based on the results of this study.
So, Dr. Pecora, this was called morphologically as Ewing as well, or small round cell tumors? What was called?
It was called small round blue cell tumor.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So this is actually, frankly, we should, I mean, it's confirmation that you really don't need to have the fusion, the mutation, the sick, as well as the overexpression of the RNA. And perhaps I should emphasize the overexpression of the sick RNA most likely is similar to what the fusion will lead to. Yeah.